when you break in the APA an 8-ball, if you make the 8-ball on a break without a scratch, you win the game. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to show you how to do that now. It's a real big advantage if you're a lower skill level player and you can't run out in the game. You might want to try to make the 8-ball on a break to increase your percentages of winning. So I'm going to illustrate it on how to do that. First of all, you have to have a tight rack, and we're going to break from the sides. So as the cue ball travels down the table, it must hit this second ball on the rack as full as it can hit it without hitting the front ball. If you hit the front ball, you lose part of the transfer of energy from the 1 to the 8. But if you hit the second ball on the rack, that ball's against the 8-ball, and it hits the 8-ball immediately and drives usually either into the side or up into this corner pocket or possibly one of the other pockets. Then the cue ball goes to the side rail, comes over like this, comes in, and goes back over to the rack again. So now we're going to kind of illustrate how that's done by the position of the cue ball. Now there's actually two places you can place the cue ball. One place is about a ball's width off of the side rail and up as far as you can go to this diamond. You can place your cue stick flat on the rail like this and aim at that second ball full, but occasionally what will happen is you'll hit it and the ball will fly off the table. The reason that happens is because a person puts their hand under the cue stick shooting at an angle. Now when you shoot at an angle into the cue ball, it's actually driving the cue ball into the table, and as a result it causes it to jump off the rail. So let me kind of show you what happens when you raise your cue stick up like this and your hand's underneath it. The cue ball hits and it goes up like this and it flies off the table. Now to avoid that happening, we simply lay our cue stick flat on the rail, put our hand on top of the cue stick, and aim as low as you can go on the cue ball to the second ball, and then you break. The other option is to move the cue ball off the rail about 2 balls width and put your hand out on the table, so now your cue stick stays much more level in its attempt to go down the table and stay on the level play field without jumping off the table. So we're going to now illustrate the break to you. We're going to get into position with low hit, and we're going to break.
2.
And that's a helpful hint for making the 8-ball on a break in the APA, according to Dr. Q.
You're looking for a great way to have fun, meet new people, and play some pool? Join an APA Pool League today. Visit us online at poolplayers.com.